For a new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations. TMZ reports Jay-Z's 6-year flip of Tidal streaming service is now complete. He closed the deal to sell the majority of the company to Square for $350 million. Square gets 80% ownership of Tidal, along with licensing deals with the major record labels, and all the artists and owners will remain with the company too. I ain't gonna lie. When I first read this, and I actually got a second to process this shit, I kind of thought it was bad because, first of all, black people don't own many things, especially when it comes to media and shit like that. And Jay-Z is one of the few people that got the influence and got the money, you know what I'm saying? All that shit add up to do what he's doing and take a step out and venture out and, you know, stuff like that. I was upset, but at the same time, that's black generational wealth. That's more money going to a college fund that we probably never know about. You know what I'm saying? That's another school probably, you know, being built or just more stuff in the market. And another thing is I can't 100% feel that way because the fact that he made this much on this. For me, if I decided to follow in his footsteps, even to the T exactly, I followed the blueprint, no pun intended. But if I followed the motherfucking blueprint or whatever, there is representation in him being black and getting paid this much money. You know what I'm saying? And I'll bring it back to even what I said earlier. I'll bring it back to even what I said earlier in the year. I think it was maybe last year when Joe Rogan got that $100 million for the Spotify deal and shit like that. He's a podcaster and shit like that. He's super big, one of the biggest podcasters in the motherfucking world, and this just opens up the lane. So if I choose I'm not even gonna say just me, that's fucking selfish. If anybody chooses to follow in those footsteps and do that, you know what I'm saying, you have that avenue and you have that, like I said, blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at this situation. And on top of that, he only sold 80%. That is a majority, but he still owns 20%. That's still residuals and shit like that. For a new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations.